Hello guys, this is Vysh. So episode 3 of 2022, January 4. We discussed January 1 and then 3 and 4 because January 2 was a Sunday which was not required. Okay, so we'll discuss all the important articles for today. If you are new to this channel, you have to subscribe to this channel. All our contact details are given, email, Instagram and WhatsApp is here, especially where you will instantly get replies from me. And then again, we have our Telegram page also. So you can search Vysh UPSC or Vysh IAS, you will get the pages. Okay, and you can message us there if needed. So like that, please see to that you are in contact with us. So first we'll see what is the quick overview, because this is the better way of discussing, I think, because you have to wait till each article comes to know actually what you're going to discuss. That is why we are setting the agenda first itself. So the first article, widening the safety net. It is important because this is about the new vaccination age limit. Okay, like 18 and above was what we were telling. Now it is like 15 and above after the Omicron variant has come. So this we'll quickly discuss for general awareness. It is important for all of you to know, and everybody from your home also. You should see to it that if they are 15 and above, you should be vaccinated. Okay. Second one, if you see, safety at all cost. This is about the fireworks industry. Okay, in Tamil Nadu, in a village called Kalattur village, there is a blast. Okay, in the fireworks unit, and it's not like the first time it is happening. Whenever it happens, like 10 people die, 20 people die. So it's a very serious issue. So recommendation is that the Explosive Substances Act, which we have in India, that has to be amended so that the needed measures, safety measures are there, and also even something happens, then compensation, everything should be given properly. Okay, and also NGT, National Green Tribunal, has set up various committees over the years, and they have been also giving a lot of suggestions. And the article is again telling they should again come up with more things and try to implement them. Okay, then about the firework industry in general, also you can go and study, because in this area alone, around 8 lakh people are getting job through this industry. Okay, so it's a very important industry in the rural areas in this particular Tamil Nadu region. So this is the general understanding. So there is nothing else to discuss in this article. Okay. So 1 and 2 is done. Whichever is fully green, that is the one I'll fully discuss in the coming slides. Okay. Next one, if you see this one, a sobering reminder to the powers that be. Same like this headline, which is a little philosophical. The entire article is philosophical and essay type. Okay. So for your essay, for your mains preparation, whether you are giving this year on, like next week, I think the mains exam. So if it's next year, next month, or if it's the next year, whichever time you're giving your mains, this kind of thing will help you elaborate a particular thing. And here in this, what the topic they're elaborating, I'll tell you. Okay. Atal Bihari Vajpayee once had told this: in spite of the unfortunate aberrations whose recurrence must be prevented, India will always remain an open, inclusive, and tolerant nation with the freedom of faith guaranteed to all, not only by the statute book, but also by the living traditions of the ancient civilization. Okay, I think this clear kind of thing is clear. Okay, well, he has told in a proper way, but this author has taken this same thing and twisted it with lot of philosophical languages, lot of quotes, lot of examples, and then trying to prove the statement that India has always been having problems from time to time in the name of religion and faith and caste and all these things, but in the long run, okay, we will always remain a open, inclusive, and tolerant nation. Okay, but this is kind of a positive statement, but in the article there are a lot of negativity also, like at present times, like people don't have their proper rights in the name of faith, only one religion is being boosted. So that kind of little bit negativity is there. But for your mains, I recommend you to read this article yourself. Okay, because if I teach you, it will be like taking an English class for you, because it's philosophical article. Okay, so please see to that you read it. We will not discuss this. Now next one, if you see India's rights record, America's blinkered vision. Okay, this actually again is about this world media, what they print about India, and Indian media, what they print about India. And the reports also, if you see, there will be many reports when you see, like in the hunger index or in the safety index, in the journalism index, many places it is sometimes one-sided. Sometimes they show like all the European countries, American countries, everything is perfectly all right, everything is correct. But in Indian context, or in like suppose Indonesia, Malaysia, or anything which is in the third world countries or in the developing phase, those countries are always shown in a bad light. Okay, the rankings will be always bad. Everything will be like they will not even do the proper survey. Okay, they'll ask, like, interview some 10 to 100 people and then decide, like, okay, entire India, it's like full of damages, full of rapes are going on, full of suicides are going on. In a very bad light it will present. So this article is again about that, where there is no outcome out of it. Okay, simply many report names are told here. So that report names already in your prelims classes we will take. Okay, whether it's a freedom index, whether it's a democracy index, everything will be discussed in detail. Here there is no proper specification, only mentioning of the report names are there. Okay, and so here it is, as I told, world media versus other media. World media shows India and other developing countries in bad light. USA tells India is a great ally. Okay, like in open, in public, and always tells like India is a great ally, like it's the most important country for us. But the US media, the US reports and all, if you see whatever they publish, always shows India in a bad light, especially with incorrect data. That is the overall gist of the article. So there is nothing much to discuss. Okay, Now, if you see here, this again is a state-wise article. Tamil Nadu map you can see here. So there's some cheating case, something happened. So Tamil Nadu political article it is. So this also is not worth discussing. Now, if you see this table, okay, this graph. So this, if you see this, what did India search in 2021? So again, not relevant for your exam. Okay, like January month what they searched, February month what they searched. Like when the Aryan Khan case was there, that is the most Googled one. So what people Google, simply a general box which is of no use for UPSC. Okay. Now, the next article, if you see this one, aiding in governance, this is important because it's discussing about NGOs and the civil society organizations, then the corporate social responsibility, then government and NGOs and private sector, everyone should work together for proper development. So this, because this topic keeps coming in GS2 mains paper, we will quickly discuss. Okay, so as of now, if you see this one is fully green, this one is fully green, we will have a look on this. Okay, then this one again, when I read through it, it's again a complete negative article. Okay, this author, I don't know who is he, but he is simply telling that entire thing in the India is going wrong now, the science related things. Okay, scientific, like junk science is being boosted, pseudoscience is there. We know there are cases, like maybe some BJP person or some RSS person or something, maybe Hindu reader, they are telling like everything was there in the Mahabharata, now the modern sciences are all wrong, like Darwin's theory is completely wrong, or we invented rockets and missiles long back before in the ancient days. So here and there taking reference to these things are okay, but simply propagating that is wrong. Okay, so this author has pointed out it correctly, but he has told in a very negative way that this is completely a blame game kind of article. There is no solutions to it, there is no way forward to it. It's just telling like, okay, he told that. This is going on telling the blaming only. Okay, there's no specific thing, but still at the last one slide I'll show you of this. Okay, so these three green is what we have to discuss today. Others are all, as I told, whatever I showed you here and explained in this 5-6 minutes, this is the only thing required. Okay, I'm telling you this because many channels I see that they are taking 30-40 minutes of your time and then wasting time on articles which will never be asked in exam. Okay, so see to it that you watch this series regularly, so you will get the relevant things alone in our playlist. So again, as I told, YouTube channel, please subscribe and WhatsApp us in this number so that you can be among those who will be the future rank holders in UPSC. Okay, because I know you want IAS, IPS, IFS and all. For that, you need to come in the top 100 ranks at least. Okay, because simply coming in the list, in the 1,000-member list of the final list is not enough. You have to be in the top 100. Only then your cadre, your position of your choice, you will get it. So please see to it that you are learning in the right way in the starting itself. Okay, and this is our team who is working on YouTube every day. 1 or 2 lectures in both Hindi and English is coming. The playlist also I've shown you multiple times. This is Vysh courses channel, which you people have not subscribed much. Please subscribe to it because every day one current affair news is here. Okay, so whatever is there in the other pages of Hindu newspaper and all will be covered here. If you see yesterday this florona disease, that is the first case was reported in Israel, please go and watch it today itself. Okay, so that you know what is florona case. Okay, and these are the different things of history. These are the polity, environment, geography, everything in English and Hindi. This left side is English, right side is Hindi. And the timings of lectures is every day 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m. there will be lectures. Okay, 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. it will be English lectures, and at 8 p.m. it will be Hindi lectures. Meaning whatever you see here, this all will be 8 p.m. This all will be either 7 p.m. or 9 p.m. Okay, simply go and see. When you follow one playlist, you will understand. Like same thing, like Tuesday every 8 p.m. maybe environment is coming. Sunday 8 p.m. economics is coming. Like that, it's a regular series. Okay, please see to it that you watch all these things. And these are mains lectures which will be continued based on your responses. So please go and comment today itself. We will put the next episode also. And these are about the editorial. You can pause and see whether if any query you have. Okay, like whether this will be helpful, whether you need to make extra notes, all these things. If you read this, you will understand. Please read this. So the first article, vaccine for 15 and above. Okay, 15 years and old, the children or the teenagers, you can call it adolescent, they are going to get the vaccines, and they have already started getting from January 3. So if you see here, around 75 million teenagers aged 15 to 17 years is the beneficiary target, or target beneficiaries. I started on January 3, and many people have already got it on the first day itself. So the eligibility group, as I told, now instead of telling 18 and above, we have 15 and above vaccine. But there are some differences that we'll discuss here. Okay, so and this is done by this because the Omicron variant, okay, which is the latest variant which we have. After this, I think it's not there. But today again, I think in London or France, one new case has come, and they're thinking it will maybe the next variant. So maybe one more Greek letter you will have to study. Okay, so that we'll see when it comes out. But adolescents and children are also going to get affected with this new variant, even though the death rate is all less. It is like they are getting the disease, and within 10 days, 15 days, they are curing also. It's not like they are dying, but still, for safety sake, we government, the Prime Minister has announced on December 25 that every 15 years and above should be started to be given vaccination. Okay, and also this there is some difference. If you see adults, we are getting Covishield or Covaxin. Okay, anyone we could have chosen, but now for teenagers, it's only Covaxin going to be given. Okay, so here if you see, it is safe and immunogenic to teenagers. That is one reason for it. Another reason will be the availability also. Covishield is being given or preferred by most of the adults, and that is like the production has to be that much high. So now for higher priority and for being given to teenagers, Covaxin is being given to them. Okay. And another thing, if you see here, the second dose, after the first dose, the second dose gap is 28 days because it is Covaxin. Okay. If it was Covishield, it will be a little more longer. Okay. Hopefully you have taken both the vaccines, so you will know how much gap is there. So Covaxin, the first one will be on a particular date, and then after that, second dose is 28 days after. So within a month itself, both the vaccines will be done, and teenagers also are vaccinated. Okay. Another thing which is going on along with this is the healthcare and frontline workers and the 60 years and above people, okay, with this comorbidities, they are going to be provided with a precaution dose, like a booster dose, okay, third dose kind of thing. And that also will be only for those who have taken the Covaxin, okay, who have taken the Covaxin first, okay, receive the same vaccine, they will be given the third dose of Covaxin. Okay, Covishield as of now it is not announced, but it also might come in the coming days. Okay, and this thing is scientifically called homologous vaccine booster. Okay, this third dose is being given, this homologous vaccine booster. Okay, so that is going to happen now. And Covaxin, if you see, only 10% of the total people who have taken have chosen Covaxin. Okay, others all have taken Covishield. So the availability problem and all should not come. That is why all these decisions are being made. Okay, only Covaxin is used for vaccinating teenagers, and its production is very limited in comparison to Covishield. Okay. Now, another thing which you would have noticed already in Vysh courses channel also, we put 2 new vaccines have come. Okay, tell me in comment section what are the 2 new vaccines other than Covaxin, Covishield, Sputnik and all. 2 new Indian vaccines have come. Okay, Sputnik is a Russian one, but 2 new Indian vaccines have been approved. Tell me in comment section what are the vaccine names. Okay, because now you can choose from that also, not only these 2. So that is the new thing. So that the reliance on this other Covaxin, Covishield can be reduced. Okay. Now the second article, government plus private plus NGOs. Okay, meaning they all work together, then it will be good. Collaborative efforts of market and government lead to development of a country. Okay, engaging with communities and non-state informal institutions is as important as working with government machinery. Okay, meaning the non-state actors means these people only, this NGOs, civil society organization, these are the people who work in ground level with the community, with the people. So it is very easy to get the schemes implement if governments or private sector collaborate with them. Okay, and in private sector, if you see, there is this section 135 of the Companies Act. Okay, this is not an exam you can exactly use like this. Section 35 of the Companies Act mandates corporates who are beyond a certain level of profit and turnover to pay at least 2% of their net profit, that is before taxation, to the development space. And this whole thing is called what? It is called corporate social responsibility, CSR, meaning when you have this much profit and this much turnover, at least 2% you should be, that correct numbers I'm not mentioning here, you can go and try to find out and tell in comment section also. Okay, it will be learning for others, like how much should be the profit level, how much should be the turnover per year, that you have to contribute 2% of your net profit towards development. And the development can be anything. You can put street lights across your area, you can put like planting trees, you can do anything, you can develop a road, you can put signboards, anything which the corporate can do from their profit, that is all going to help the government also in the development sector. Okay, it can be even bigger things, you're creating any shelter or anything. Okay, so this is the CSR. So that now this law gives corporates the necessary impetus to collaborate with non-state actors like NGO and CSO, because to get something implemented, these corporates will need to collaborate with these people. Okay, so this citizenry private partnership is a major component of development activities. Okay, non-state actors, because of their depth of engagement with communities, brings the patient capital to corporate boardrooms and help the state too by engaging in welfare activities. This is a classic case of state-driven governance mechanism promoting collaboration among non-state actors. So this way you can start an answer, okay, telling like this much. Very brilliantly they have written this article, very small, but it is perfect for a NGO collaboration answer. Okay, like how can NGOs be helpful in development activities, or how can CSR collaborate with this thing, what is the significance of this collaboration, such things can be answered with this particular article. Okay, so a key pillar of democratic governance is citizens' power to question the state. Okay, so NGOs and these things, they have always played a great role in doing something, meaning anything, raising something to the government and all. That also we'll discuss here. But now one problem has come. Okay, the government, if you see, if the NGOs are being funded by some body which is from outside countries or maybe from Saudi Arabia, so many, if you would have seen the news, like many are getting called as anti-national bodies, and they are being stopped their fundings. So many things are happening. They are not able to function as they used to function. Okay, so such things are happening, and that is why the foreign grants have shrunken now, and it's not allowed also. So now the corporate social grants, okay, in the corporate CSR grants are there. So that now becomes the only source of fund for doing any activity. Okay, the NGOs and all who used to get the funds, that is not there. So the CSR funds are the only funds which we can rely on. Okay, I am telling other than the government regular fund. Okay, so CSR fund and collaboration, that is how they can sustain. Okay, the development activities can sustain through NGO and CSO. Okay, and state government should be evolving in nature. Okay, Indian bureaucrats, Indian bureaucratic system is such a way that they are not sometimes ready to take any risk or innovate anything new. They will do their regular office work, their regular task work, regular whatever their political bosses, what they are telling, only according to that they will do. Okay, and also they have noticed that only if you listen to them properly, you will get a smooth kind of promotion, you will reach the next level, you will get the next office, you will get the next required transfer, everything. So nobody is from the bureaucrat is going to do anything new. Okay, so here if you see, they often take recourse to the status quo, meaning how things are going, same way things will continue to go. Okay, and also they have a fear of failure also. As I told, the non-risk takers smoothly sailing to the top positions. Okay, so because of the risk of failure, they will think like nobody is doing, then why should I do? That is what they think. Okay, so it is usually the non-state actor who innovates and creates breakthrough models of community engagement. It is the NGOs which bring out some changes, new changes. Like if you see the RTI campaign also, it was because of the decade-long effort of NGOs. Okay, and finally now RTI is a very dramatic change and has got a degree of transparency in India. So NGOs has a very important role to play when even the bureaucracy is failing or the government is failing. Okay, corporate houses when implementing these their CSR activity, and governments when executing their flagship project, especially in the years preceding elections, are aggressive. When elections comes, you will see a lot of inaugurations are happening, lot of things are getting implemented, lot of schemes are getting published, lot of data is coming out, everything will happen in those time. Okay, it's very aggressive, but that doesn't necessarily work in the development sector. Okay, in the long term development or in the other things and all, it is usually glacial pace, meaning it's very slow. Okay, so it is the non-state actors who know the lay of the land, who bridge the gap between people and the firm. Okay, so it is the non-state actors finally who will be throughout the year working for the people or working for the development. Again, here they are telling district collectors and all, always when a crisis comes, calamities comes, any flood comes, any tsunami comes, anything comes, the NGOs are first contacted. They are the ones who comes for volunteering, and they are the ones who will be there for distributing food packets or everything. District collector first calls them only. Okay, and they sometimes do the heavy lift and ensure that schemes reach the last person even in the face of a disaster. Okay, non-state actors take a large load of the state's shoulder. Okay, the state, whatever responsibilities are there, a big share is taken by the non-state actors. They are the ones who are helping the things reach the last mile of people. Okay, now synergy of NGOs, government and corporate, which is the holy grail of development. Okay, these three has to combine together. Then again he is telling NGOs and CSOs with their penetration are best suited for last mile delivery of government schemes or implementation of corporate house CSR work. The tension between this statement can be a good statement. That's why I put in red color. Okay, if you want directly by heart it and write it whenever an NGO kind of a question comes. The tension between the tenets of liberty and equality is balanced by fraternity provided by the empathetic NGOs and CSOs in the journey towards the development state. Okay, so meaning is same only, but the usage they have used with this liberty, equality, fraternity makes this statement stand out. Okay, so when everybody are writing the simple lines, if you write all these lines, okay, these 5 lines which I have taken from this article is all going to help you make your answer look of quality. Okay, quality nature, and the examiner will be impressed by this thing. Okay, so please try to by heart these 5 lines if you want to take a screenshot or note it down now. Okay, CSR law has made the corporate world not only clean its own mess, but also has created a legal framework for corporates to work with NGOs and CSO. Okay, as I told, that law, that 135 whatever act number I told in the Companies Act, CSR law has now not only allowed them to clean their own mess, but also it's a legal way that they can forcefully work with NGOs and CSO. Okay, and if you see NGOs and CSO in India, irrespective of the open hostility of current dispensation, will play a major role in mobilizing citizen action to right various wrongs. Okay, like whatever wrongs have happened, to right those things, these have a major role to play. Okay, so again 3 important statements. Now they can help contribute to better polity as well as better governance. Okay, now most importantly, they have the legitimacy to operate not just as actors who must ride into the sunset after their job is done, but to be as integral cogs in the wheel of good governance. So this is kind of lines which in the introduction or in the middle or in the bottom you should fit into your mains answers, and you are going to get extra marks. That is my guarantee. Okay, so like this every day I will show you important lines from the article which you have to note down. Simply reading now and then forgetting it, you are going to become like all the others who will fail this exam. If you have to be in that topper list, if you have to make your mains answer get full marks, you have to note down this. Okay, take a notebook and put a heading like NGOs and GS2 portions, and write these lines. These are the lines. Whenever an NGO question comes, you are going to use it. Okay, at least a Vysh IAS student who have seen this have to use it. Okay. Now, this last article, as I told, that pseudoscience. So here a lot of philosophy and intellectual dialogues they have told by, if you see here, one person, some Meghnad Saha, during the time of Jawaharlal Nehru, who used to be the scientist kind of person, used to criticize a lot. Okay, used to criticize a lot to the government. He used some Shakespeare's quote and all, and told something bad about the government. But still, they are telling like, we have come a long way from Nehruvian times, when scientists could afford to be directly critical of the prime minister and still expect to get a pat on their shoulder in return. Okay, as I told, they are telling Nehru time, you can blame the government fully and government will still appreciate you or will be in support of you. But as of now, the prime minister or the government is not supporting you. This is what the author is telling. So this first line, like that, in this entire article, it's about lot of negative things. That is why I think this is not worth discussing, because I cannot tell you any solution to this. He will simply tell, okay, this is wrong, that is wrong. Okay, so in different examples, they're telling, like, there's Indian Science Congress is there. Indian Science Congress happens every year in a different location in this country. So in 2015, they're telling lot of people came who are like more nationalist and patriot, and they are promoting junk science. Okay, it's written here, promoting junk science. Okay, so completely sidelining the real scientific contributions made in ancient and medieval time. And then this Bharat being a repository of all modern knowledge, meaning we are telling, not we, the people, whoever has attended that meeting or that congress, and from time to time, if you see here, one union minister name is there, one Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh RSS chief name is there. They're telling like, they told many things which are scientifically wrong. And also he's telling there are a lot of this corporate guru type people now, and many this godman kind of people who are all telling things in the name of science. Okay, which is all pseudoscience and junk science. And even now in IIT also there is something going on where they're telling like, the Indus Valley civilization has a Vedic cultural foundation. Okay, like Vedic age, it comes after Indus Valley civilization, but they're telling like Vedic foundation is there for Indus Valley civilization. So, which is not, there is no evidence for it. Okay, so that kind of things are going on, which is against evidence, against scientific theories. And so this junk science propagators and new age gurus have been flourishing in this anti-science environment. So if you see, it's all telling the wrong things which is happening here. Okay, you are not going to get a solution out of this. And here one line I have underlined here, this last one, pseudoscience has provided a foundational base for a huge money-making industry that successfully peddles quackery by sustaining and exploiting the people's ignorance. Okay, so this line can be your starting. In case UPSC asks a question on pseudoscience or anything, what do you think, what is your thought about it, you can start with this line. It will give you an extra mark. Okay, so whatever is red color, please see to it that you are noting it down. Okay, so again, these slides I've just put it here, but I don't think it is totally worth for your time. Okay, so again, here they're telling Hitler's time, Mussolini's time, and all they used to propagate this thing, this fascist government. So that kind of political things are being told. Okay, here if you see the Jewish persons who were there, they were all being terminated, or they were not given the position, and so that kind of things. Okay, the scientist of Italy, they were like racist policies. Like in private they will tell, but in public they will not question. So everything like supporting the government's ideology, scientists are telling pseudoscience. Okay, so idea of the science as a form of argument remains foreign, meaning in India there is no argument, there is no proper debate. Okay, exposure to the social science is minimal at university. They don't get trained in a broad range of social topics at the school level. Meaning if you see, all are complaints only. Okay, so if you want a list of complaints, you can continue to read this article, but as of now I will wind up this. Okay, you can directly read it, because I found only negativity in that article. There's no solutions which I can teach you. Okay, so this UPSC journey, okay, if you want to, as I told, make it in the correct way, see to it that you are on my WhatsApp. Okay, because in WhatsApp every day I give you video links, we give you foundational videos, we give you test series options, we give you a lot of things which will tell you that it's a very simple way to clear this exam by studying from home. But you should be sincere, and every day you should put the hard work. Okay, so please contact us now itself. Subscribe to both our channels, Vysh IAS and Vysh Courses, so that we can help you get to this journey with ease. Okay, so I'll wind up this. Thank you and have a nice day.